Welcome to my channel, Pioneer Coaching Center of English, Gaya. Well, students, today in Common Errors lecture number 6, I will teach you how to find out the errors and improve them. Sentence number 1, you must either be regular with your studies and study for longer periods before the examination. Remember, either always makes a conjunction with its correlative or. But in part C, it is and. Either and is not the correlative conjunction. The correlative conjunction is either or. Hence the error lies in part C. We must replace the conjunction and by are. So the correct sentence is, you must either be regular for your studies or study for longer periods before the examination. Question number 2. The new taxation rates announced by the government are bound to affect the export sector. The subject to the sentence is the new taxation rates. So the verb should be plural and is plural are. The new taxation rates announced by the government are bound to effect. Now mark the verb effect. When the impact is positive, the verb is effect. But when it is negative, unfavorable, जब भी प्रभाव सकारात्मक हो, अच्छा हो, तो इफेक्ट EFFECT वर्ब के रूप में काम करता है. लेकिन जब प्रभाव अनफेवरेबल हो, तो वर्ब इफेक्ट का पहला लेटर ए हो जाता है, यानी अफेक्ट इज द राइट वर्ब. सो द एरर लाइज इन पार्ट सी. यू मस्ट रिप्लेस इफेक्ट by the verb affect. Hence the correct sentence is, the new taxation rates announced by the government are bound to affect the export sector. Well, students, यदि आप में से कोई मेरे चैनल को आज पहली बार देख रहे हैं, तो उन्हें इस चैनल को तुरंत सब्सक्राइब कर लेना चाहिए. बेल आइकन को टच करें और ऑल को क्लिक करें. ज्यादा से ज्यादा शेयर करें, लाइक्स करें और कमेंट करें. लेट अस कम टू द क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. These days job opportunities are not as better as they used to be in the early 70s. Remember, the adverb as and the conjunction as always compares in the positive degree. And when the comparison is in the positive degree, the adjective which we use, जिस adjective का प्रयोग आप positive degree में करोगे, वो हमेशा positive degree adjective होना चाहिए. Whereas the adjective used here, better, is in the comparative degree. So the error lies in part A. We must change the adjective better to its positive equivalent, which is good. So the correct sentence is, these days job opportunities are not as they used to be in the early 70s. Again, when the adverb as is preceded by a negative, it must be replaced by so. So there is another error in the same part. As the adverb cannot come after the negative not, in such a case it must be replaced by so. So the correct sentence is, these days job opportunities are not so good as they used to be in the early 70s. Let us come to sentence number 4. When viewed with his point of view, that is, his point of view is the source. Source दिखाने के लिए with नहीं use करते, we make use of the preposition from. So the error lies in part A. We must replace the preposition with by the preposition from. Hence the correct sentence is, when viewed from his point of view, यदि आप उनके नजरिए से देखें, the entire episode assumes a different color altogether. Now come to sentence number 5. On many occasions, we do help the poor. Yes, here helping पर थोड़ा stress है speaker का. That is why he is using auxiliary verb do plus main verb 1. It is correct. On many occasions, we do help the poor by way of giving, showing the method. By way of giving them a standing for the poor, food and clothes to put on. गरीबों को भोजन और कपड़े पहनने के लिए दे. तो क्या भोजन पहनने की चीज होती है कि खाने की चीज होती है? Certainly खाने की चीज होती है. Clothes has been defined with the purpose to put on, and food has the purpose to be eaten. So here two words are missing after food. These two words are the infinitive to eat. खाने के लिए भोजन, पहनने के लिए कपड़े. So the error lies in part C. We must insert to eat between the object food and the conjunction and. Hence the correct sentence is, on many occasions we do help the poor by way of giving them food to eat and clothes to put on. Sentence number 6. Unless it is accepted. The verb is passive, is accepted. And the agent is both the parties, इनके द्वारा ये accept हो. So the error lies in part A. The passive agent is generally shown by the preposition by. We have only two passive verbs that take the preposition to show the agent. These two verbs are married and known. Hence, the two preposition to must be replaced by. Hence, the correct sentence is, unless it is accepted by both the parties, an arbitrator will be of no use to settle this dispute. Students, we have yet another way to correct sentence number 6. If we don't change the preposition to by, यदि हम preposition to को नहीं बदले रहने दे, तो फिर वैसी स्थिति में accepted को बदल करके acceptable कर देना होगा. That is, we can say, unless it is accepted by or unless it is acceptable to by both the parties. unless it is accepted by both the parties or unless it is acceptable to both the parties. An arbitrator will be of no use to settle this dispute. Let us come to sentence number 7. Although the manager was keen on getting the work done, the causative verb get always takes main verb 3 after the object. So this part is correct. Although the manager was keen on getting the work done by Sudhir yesterday, he tries. You see the adverb clause, although the manager ... the adverb clause is in the past tense. The principal will also be in the past tense. The error lies in part C. We must change the verb tries, the present indefinite tense verb, to the past indefinite one, tried. Hence the correct sentence is, although the manager was keen on getting the work done by Sudhir yesterday, he tried to avoid it. Now let us come to question number 8. The various consequences of the decision taken by the finance ministry was not foreseen by the bureaucrats. Remember, the compound nouns showing departments, government, ministry, etc. are not made by two words coming separately, as we see in cow milk, flower garden, college library, etc. Such compound nouns are made with the help of the preposition of. The correct expression, the correct compound nouns are thus the Ministry of Finance, the Department of English, a member of one's family, a member of the Parliament, and so on. So the error lies in part C. There is yet another error. The subject in part A is the various consequences, that is the plural one, and in part B its verb is similar. So it must be replaced by the verb were, and the compound noun finance ministry should be corrected as Ministry of Finance, capitalized. The Ministry of Finance. Since the error lies in part C, the corrections are to Ministry of Finance and the verb were. Thus the correct sentence is the various consequences of the decision taken by the Ministry of Finance were not foreseen by the bureaucrats. बहुत ही सावधानी से एक एक चीज को आपको पकड़ना है. Question number 9. I never considered him to be a person who would go back on his promise and then do not. You see, the agreement is not proper. In part A, the adjective clause has would plus in part B go. And this is continued in part C with and. Remember, and or but के बाद आने वाले सेम वर्ड्स को ओमिट कर देते हैं. यहां से वुड ओमिट हुआ है, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि उसके जगह पर आप डू लगा दें. And when and or but is followed by an adverb, the same words are repeated. तो यदि ध्यान रखते हैं हम एडवर्ब रखते हैं तो करेक्शन हमारा होगा एंड देन वुड नॉट इवन, देन रखने की कोई जरूरत नहीं. So the error lies in part C. We will have to remove the adverb then and the auxiliary verb do. Hence the correct sentence is, I never considered him to be a person who would go back on his promise and not even apologize. At last, sentence number 10. Having finished at school. Having finished at school का मतलब आ रहा है स्कूल की शिक्षा समाप्त कर लेने के बाद. इसका मतलब है some word is missing here, or at school must be improved. Having finished his education at school, one correction. Having finished his education at school, or better, replace at school by the gerund schooling. It will be a better one. So in 10, the error lies in part A. At school के पहले या तो आप एक नाउन लाएं एजुकेशन, और एट स्कूल को हटाकर एक जीरंड ले ले स्कूलिंग. You can do either of the two. So the correct sentence is, having finished schooling, Raghu thought of going to Mumbai in search of some job. Thank you for your watching my videos very attentively. Best of luck.